Hello everyone, welcome to Whispering Bliss, and my intention for this video is to spread love and light to you all always. This reading is for our Geminis. This is a Gemini reading, okay? So the first cards that I see is Queen of Pentacles and Ten of Cups, which is very beautiful. I see that there's someone, it's giving me a sense of like your focus. You may have multiple responsibilities. I see someone that's very focused. You may have a beautiful family. You're focused on your happiness. It's just giving me a sense of like someone that is basically focusing on your happiness. I do see the Ten of Wands, but the Ten of Wands next to the Nine of Cups is giving me a sense of like it's just responsibilities. You may be going through obstacles and stuff like that, but it's just giving me a sense of like everything is okay. Okay, everything is fine. I'm actually seeing a card that says you made it another day. You can make it one more. You're doing just fine. So even when you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, or create a safe space for yourself and know that it's okay. Know that you're never alone, and know that it's something within you. It's giving me a sense of like, it's in your blood, it's in your body. I'm seeing Saturn, which gives off discipline and responsibilities. You may have Aquarius or Capricorn somewhere in your birth chart, okay? I'm seeing conflict, and then I'm seeing the veil, divine feminine, and I'm also seeing abuse, okay? So I'm also seeing protection. So what I'm seeing here in the veil is actually giving me ancestral energy, okay? So you may be currently going through some type of abuse right now. This can be psychological, this can be emotional. This doesn't necessarily have to be physical. Give me 1 second, because I really do feel as if, give me 1 second. Let me get more messages, okay? Give me 1 second. The card that I'm holding, it says, be honest with your spirit leaders. They see you naked. LOL. Okay, so why the veil is here? Why am I saying the veil? It says society is fragmented and full of conflict. Wake up. And then it says, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find greater balance between the two? So this is giving me a sense of like, honestly, what I'm getting here is there's a possibility, because I'm getting multiple messages, but because I'm seeing the veil, I feel as if there's an ancestor or ancestors coming through saying that they understand why you are moving the way that you're moving, but I'm getting the sense of you needing to be more honest, show up for yourself. And when I say show up, it's giving me a sense of like speak. You have so much wisdom within you, okay? You have so much wisdom that you need to speak on. And it's giving me a sense of like they want you to know that you are not alone. You have the courage to speak up. You have everything you need. You have everything you need to do what you need to do and to say what you need to say. This can be, it's giving me a sense of like, write that book, or it's giving me like sis, like you have a story, or brother, you have a story, and know that you do matter. You matter, okay? I am getting like it stops with you is what I'm getting right now. It stops with you. So whatever abuse that you encounter or anything that you have seen, It's giving me a sense of like, you are the one, you hold the power to say no more. That's it. That's no more of this. Okay? And there's a possibility. And then as I'm saying this, it says the choice is yours. It says forget everything and run, or face everything and rise. Okay? And I put that right here by conflict. There's a possibility that people don't want you to speak up. Okay? Or maybe people see the light in you. Maybe people know that you are the one to end, you know, to end things, and they're not ready. You know, your family members may not be ready for this, or you may have friends and they know you've seen certain things and they're not ready. They're not ready. But what I'm seeing here is that you need to focus on you. It's not about, it's giving me a sense of like, stand in your power. Okay? Stand in your power. And I'm getting like, do what's right. It says, do not control things you have no control over. Do not control things you have no control over. Okay? It says Scorpio. And then it says, what are your biggest fears? It says being abandoned, being alone, being embarrassed, being called a fraud, being betrayed, disappointing others, dying, failing, getting stuck, losing what you love, not being enough, not having enough, not fulfilling your life purpose, not being loved, being rejected, being vulnerable, being knowing. This is giving me a sense of like, the truth of the matter is you've been through all of this. So you may be like, you know, I'm a little, you know, and it's giving me a sense of like, what is it now? You already went through, like you already faced your fears, whether you know it or not. Okay? It says, if you want to be transformed, you have to live an intentional life. And then I'm saying, stop bullying yourself, start loving yourself. So be mindful of the words that you use towards yourself, okay? Be very mindful of that. And then I'm seeing resilience. It says the process and outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. I promote resiliency and recovery. I am getting a sense of like your ancestors are extremely proud of you, because the Queen of Pentacles was out and it was next to Divine Feminine. So it's just giving me a sense of like your ancestors are extremely proud of you, okay? Why conflict here? Can I get more information for that regarding this Divine Feminine? So I said why conflict is here. This may be regarding your work. You've been in the spotlight right now, Gemini. So 6 of Wands is here. And it's just giving me a sense of like you're on your high horse. You're not really paying attention to what is actually going around you because you are in love. Like it's giving me a sense of like you're devoted to your purpose. You're just, you know, doing you. You're being happy. And I'm also seeing the Emperor. I'm seeing the Emperor, 6 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. So you are very protected. I'm getting what with the Emperor. I could be speaking to a male, you know. It's also giving me a very balanced energy, but this can also be a masculine on the other side, you know, a masculine or masculines. Your ancestors are protecting you, especially if you're a woman, because it says Divine Feminine right here. And so they're encouraging you to remain in control. It's giving me a sense of like you are the CEO of your life. Continue to stand in your power, and don't shy away nor hide your true self from anyone. Continue to be who you are, okay? I do see 8 of Swords. I do see this. What is this about? So with the 2 of Cups, the 4 of Wands, and the 8 of Swords, it's giving me a sense of like this can be a community that's trying to tie you down, and there's a need for you to try something. Like it's giving me a sense of like something regarding loyalty, because that's the word that's coming up right now. I'm getting loyalty, but are you loyal to yourself? Are you loyal to your dreams? Are you loyal to, you know, the creation that, you know, the person that you were meant to be? You know, you are the creation. The Most High created you a certain way. Are you denying that? Are you denying your existence? I'm getting a sense of like, and you know, Gemini, you guys normally have 2 sides, you know, but I'm really getting a sense of like you hold a certain type of power. It's beautiful, it's very strong, but it's something that you need to address, okay? Right now, I'm literally looking at the Devil card, and this can be maybe your mental state. Like, you know, just be aware of negativity, okay? Be aware of the thoughts that you have towards yourself, and know that you should always be in control. I'm getting the sense of you needing to get a journal, right? So you can actually see, and as I'm saying that, I'm looking at 2 of Cups. So yeah, get a journal, write, you know, whatever you may feel, or even record yourself if you may be like, that's too much. You know, just record yourself and just keep a daily, like, you know, because maybe you may be in your mind very often, maybe you don't speak a lot. Just releasing, finding ways to release the emotions, and not only you releasing it, but you releasing it in a healthy way, not out of anger, but releasing it out of love, and understand that that is also a process. So again, I did mention something about you needing to be aware of how you're speaking to yourself. Know that you are trying, and you have to understand that when you start comparing yourself to other people's lives, that can hinder so much, you know, that can hinder your blessings, that can hinder your joy, that can rob you from your joy. And know that you know, we're not robots. We weren't all born the same. We don't have the same purpose in life. We don't have the same, you know, who knows what the Most High have planned for you. But because I'm saying this, it's giving me the need of you needing to really focus just on you. Because Divine Feminine is here, it's giving me a sense of like, this is the time that you need to nurture yourself, nurture your emotions. Take yourself on spa days, like on dates, you know, go to restaurants by yourself, go to, you know, the spa, go wherever you want. Just go work out, go to the gym by yourself, go for walks by yourself. Fall back in love with yourself. Yeah, with it's just something here with the Emperor, 6 of Cups, and King of Pentacles. It's just giving me a heavy, like, masculine presence, or even multiple. And I'm just getting a sense of like, I love you. Like, you don't really understand what you're doing for the family is what I'm getting here. Let me see the Emperor, 6 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Why are you here in Gemini reading? What do you want Gemini to know right now? Thank you. It says rage and confusion in this upright. It says game over, reap what you sow. So, it says, watch out for the signs. The universe is guiding you in the right direction. Okay, so the star and 6 of Pentacles. So with rage and confusion, it's just giving me a sense of like, it's like you have to release that. You have to understand that that's the sign of the enemy. You cannot move forward in life with feeling that. You have to release that. However, is it normal? You know, we are human. We feel all types of emotions. However, with the Emperor here, remember, you are in control. So you need to do what you need to do to bring it back. It's your responsibility to keep your feet on the ground, to do what you need to do to organize your thoughts, to know what you want. You call the shots is what this is giving me. Don't forget that you are running the show. Don't forget that you are the main character. Don't forget that, you know, you have the last say. You demand. You are the one that say, hey, this is what I'm going to receive. Okay? And then your actions dictate that. Okay? So however that looks like to you, Gemini, but it's giving me the sense of like, when you're moving in this lifetime, you have to know what it is that you want. You can't, you know, move out of anger or make decisions out of anger and confusion is what this is giving me. Okay? But with reap what you sow, it's giving me something beautiful, especially with the grapes. Okay? Because grapes, if I'm not mistaken, signifies abundance. Okay? And then, which is why the star in the 6 of Pentacles is giving me balance. It's giving me rewards. It's giving me hope, healing together. Okay? So basically, you know, this energy is just giving me a sense of like, it's okay. You know, you can breathe. You can relax now. And then I'm seeing keep your heart pure. I actually see this twice, and both of the cards are pink. So I really do feel as if this is very important. So the card that I pulled, it says keep your heart pure. And the other one, it says I'm willing to keep my heart pure to accept love. Right now it says pray. Okay, so it says, Father, let world visions work and that of other humanitarian groups bring the hope you desire to people living with few resources. Shut the mouth of injustice that seeks to rob families of what they need to survive. Open our eyes to the rich faith you have given to people who live in poverty. Help us learn to have servants' hearts and live in humility and gratefulness. I'm getting a sense of like you're doing something that's not easy, but you, like, overall, you speaking on something, or it's something that you're doing is giving me a sense of like, with the energy, with the Emperor, 6 of Cups and King of Pentacles, it's giving me a sense of like, you're fine, you're protected. You have to continue to move forward because you're needed in this lifetime, okay? You're needed. So the cards I'm seeing right now, it says, what really matters, reflect, reprioritize. Okay, next it says consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. And the last one, it says soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So this is giving me a sense of the need of you really, like I said, digging deeper. And all 3 of these cards come from, if I'm not mistaken, the Water Oracle healing deck by Rebecca Campbell. all 3 of the cards that I pulled come from that deck, the 3 cards that I have. So it's something significant about water, your emotions, okay, allowing them to flow. The need of you creating a safe space for you to explore, and know that during this journey, you are not alone, especially where it says soul team. However, I am getting the need of you. It's giving me a sense of like new beginnings, okay? And I don't care how old, I'm getting the sense of like I needed to say that. You may feel like, oh, it's too late. Oh, I lived my life. And it's giving me a sense of like, no, you have no idea. Like, you know, sometimes people life start at, you know, at 50. You know, you have no idea at 60. You have no idea. So because I'm saying this, I really do feel the energy of having to stay in your lane and focus on the Most High. Connect with your ancestors for guidance. And I'm getting tap in. Like, I heard tap in. I heard tap in, yes. Tap in. I do see the water barrier. So I saw Aquarius actually 3 times, okay? I saw Aquarius 3 times. So the water barrier, Aquarius, is the water barrier, but here the card says the water carrier. I saw the star, which is Aquarius energy, and I also saw the Knight of Swords, which is Aquarius energy. So something significant about Aquarius, or you may have Aquarius heavy in your birth chart, okay? And then the card here says Sophia, divine plan, wisdom, intelligence, destiny. And then I place that under gentle force. It says consistency, persistence, patience, the long game. So this is giving me a sacred journey that is only for you. You don't have to worry. You don't have to worry so much. This is a very sacred. It's giving me a sense of like you're on a very sacred path. Okay. And I mentioned the ancestors, and I see the card. It says healing, ancestral work, mother line, growing up. And then I'm also seeing star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. So it's giving me a sense of you needing to also call on your star family, because you may be considered a star seed, okay? I heard you belong with us. That's what I heard. You belong with us. So I see releasing the past, so emerging, transforming, energies transmuted. So I see 4 wands and 8 of swords. So this right here, this energy landed on the long game. It says consistency, persistence, patience, the long game, and soul mission, trust the inner call, soul team. So this is giving me a sense of like, don't worry about outside. Don't worry about other people. This is giving me a sense of like, you may be surrounded, you may be in a community or around people that don't share the same purpose as you, and this is giving me a sense of like there's a need for you to I want to say make an effort to finding your tribe, to finding people that share the same thought process, like the same interest or the same interest as you, because I'm getting a sense of like you're around people that is trying to keep you trapped, and that's because it's something within them that's holding them back as well. So you may need to be very mindful of your plans moving forward. With the King of Wands, it's giving me a visionary. It's something about the way that you think. It's something that's deep down, and like I said, God planted something that is just for you. You have certain gifts that's literally just for you. And it's giving me a sense of like I said, I see star bathing, like you are a star. It's like a light that's planted within you that's only for you, and you have to make an effort to protect it by all means necessary. Okay, there's challenges that you cannot run away from, and you have to be comfortable. You have to get comfortable fighting, basically. But remember, this is your game. This is your life. You are the main character. You decide how you want to play this game. You have to keep moving forward, because at the end of the day, you are needed, and that's really what I'm seeing here. Release emotions that hinders you from creating. I do, because the King of Wands is very passionate, full of action, full of energy. And with that energy, is giving me like someone that, you know, like I said, that's always on a go. So you have to be very mindful of what you entertain, to the smallest things, the conversations that you engage in, the music you're listening to, the movies you watch. What are you allowing? Like, what are you feeding your soul? You have to ask yourself that. From the food that you're eating, you have the people that you're around. What are you feeding your soul? What angel numbers do you want Gemini to see right now? So right now I'm seeing, I know that my dreams are bigger than my fears. I'm going to take risks. And then I see, I know that I will sometimes feel heavy and disappointed. I am allowed to have bad days. It says, I know that incredible things happen when I surround myself with supportive people. I am loved. 1919. Cycles. I'm seeing karma, warning, judgment, influence, power, cycles, changes, rebirth. Karma will be paying you a visit. Release the need to control, because you cannot force things. Learn your lessons so they don't repeat in the future. Make some space for new experiences. And the last one, it says 2020, compassion, mercy, potential, service, recovery, adaptability, renewal. It is a confirmation that your assumptions and beliefs are correct, but it's also an encouragement to use your talents and gifts, because you will benefit the world in your pockets. Be of service to others. Your potential is enormous. And the last one, because this number is like, so it says 1111, wish come true, moderation, patience, flowing, manifestation, gateway, taking action. You're in a lucky break. It may come off as happy news, experience, new opportunities, or an exciting acquaintance. You will find yourself in the right place at the right time. It is not a coincidence, but a gift from fate. Okay, so thank you so much for viewing this video, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Okay, bye.